This is a lecture from Open Tuition. To benefit from the lecture, you should download the free lecture notes from opentuition.com.
So let's go through and apply what we've just spoken through to some of the examples that you would get likely in the exam. Okay. I do think, however, before we touch upon these examples that we've got there, which are very knowledge focused, I do think that integrated reporting and your global reporting initiative as a topic lends itself really well for the case study, doesn't it? In terms of discussing what it is and how it relates to the company that's given to you within the case study. So I think it's very worthwhile whenever you've got a business within your case study, whatever sitting it is that you are sitting for, to think about the GRI and the integrated report as well. Okay, just think about what they would include and what they would do and why they are doing so. But from a objective test question perspective, and looking at your F3 exam, we just need to know what the contents are, okay, of your integrated report. So thinking about the capitals, thinking about the content elements, thinking about the guiding principles. Okay. So what you've got there in the first example, it says which of the following are defined by the integrated reporting framework as capitals. Now you've got to be really careful, because when we spoke about the capitals, we said there were 6. We mentioned the mnemonic SHE and FM. Okay. So first of all, what you can see there is that conciseness doesn't start with an S, an H, an I, an N, an F, or an M. We can rule that out. And then what you've got there is you just need to be very, very careful. Okay. Because the 4 remaining answers have an M, a H, an S, and an I. So you think, right, tick, 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 tick. But be very careful, because when you think about the S, yeah, the S is for your social and relationship, isn't it? Not for sustainable. Okay. H is human, so that's fine. I is your intellectual. Okay. SHIN. N is for natural. It's not there. F is for financial. It's not there. M is for your manufactured, isn't it? Okay. Not materiality. So be very, very careful. Of those 5, only 2 are capitals. Okay. If we go through there and look at the guiding principles, boy, oh boy. It's probably easier to go through there and think, well, guiding principles are not capital, so if I can spot any capitals, it won't be those, will it? Well, you've got the, is it manufactured? That's a capital, so it's not a guiding principle. Okay. Social and relationship, that is a guiding principle, isn't it? So that is not, social and relationship is a capital. It's not a guiding principle, is it? Okay. So you're then left with 4. Materiality, conciseness, reliability and completeness, and your business model. Okay. Well, the principles, the ideas behind our report, aren't they? So materiality, yes, that's a guiding principle, isn't it? Because we want to make sure there that we only talk about material items. Okay. Material capitals, if you like. So materiality is within there. Concise, that's a guiding principle. You know, we want to make sure that it is as concise as what is possible. Okay. We want it to be reliable. We want it to be complete. But the business model isn't a guiding principle, is it? Okay. It's not a principle that we need to follow in terms of its preparation. It's one of the content elements that should be there, isn't it? Okay. It's going to be quite a challenge. I think the best thing to do is to try and learn the capitals. I think that's the easiest bit. I would then maybe go through there and try and learn the guiding principles. And then if it was a question that said, which of the following are content elements, you could then use those capitals and guiding principles to use as a process of elimination to work out what the content elements are. Or alternatively, you could learn all 3. It's entirely up to you, but I'm just giving you hints and tips to try and make your life easier. At the end of the day, you need to know them all, don't you? Okay, if you're going to go forward and look at the case study, be your last exam. Imagine that'd be such a great feeling to get through it and pass. You're a fully qualified CIMA accountant. Once you've got there, that, what word am I looking for? That case study. Okay, yeah, the case study is very much more written, isn't it? There's not a huge amount of computation in there, so you might be able to apply the knowledge from your integrated reporting and global reporting initiative into a situation that you have within your case study. So just make note of it. Other than that, that's this chapter done and dusted. I will see you in the next chapter when we begin to look at your financial management policy decisions that you have to make, looking at your investing decisions, financing decisions, and is it there your dividend decisions, and then encompassing all of that with the level of risk that you are faced with. Other than that, I'll take a break between now and then, because that next chapter, particularly when we look at risk and hedging, is really going to make your head hurt. Other than that, take care, and I'll see you next time.
This is a lecture from Open Tuition. To benefit from the lecture, you should download the free lecture notes from opentuition.com.